Hello, hello. Hi. So let me wait for people to do stuff. Welcome. Um, yes, I exist. Maybe. Perhaps. I should have one viewer now for me checking on stream chat. So, we're back to doing this. Quartz Hill. Just kidding. I'm gonna get my phone away because, yeah. So, Audrey. Oh. Anyone here? No, no one's here. Big sad. But what we're gonna do is first open this can of iced tea. This is Arnold Palmer half and half iced tea lemonade. Very good if I do say so myself. So yeah, let's do this. So we have Peace, Kansas. Supposedly this hill, and like here is another line. That is what we'll be finding out currently. So let's do this. Do this. So I think question number one is where the hell does this start? So we're gonna boom. That's sort of where our turn is, so that matches up with this one. Thing is that guessing those are roads right there. Okay, just checking to see if anyone's tuned in yet, because yes. But that goes like that. Of course, that line thing is right there. Okay, we're gonna have to figure it out through mathematics and my knowledge of the tramway. Just kidding, because that knowledge isn't very good. But from what we could see here, it has this little indent, which we could assume is somewhere in this area. Maybe it's that right there. Check. No. No concurrent viewers yet. Womp. Big womp. Anyways, let me see if you could even hear me. Because, yeah. So that's a bit quiet, but it's fine. No viewers. Well, okay. So let me see if there's actually sort of that sharp bump. Yeah, that sort of makes sense. So this is probably the old Gilpin line up here. Problem is that I don't know what the hell this is. Go one here in fact. That might be the Pocahontas thing. Because of course this map is not completely to scale, so duh. So yeah, this is probably Pocahontas site or something, mine site. As this is, I think this is Illinois Gulch. So that's an old mine of some sort. Wonder if that's part of the trackage. Because, you know, 2-foot shake shenanigans may have led to that. C. Russell. Well, according to that, that's a wagon road. Which is probably what this thing is. So that means... Yeah, the Gilpin Tramway, like, I thought this area was confusing. It was confusing because before I didn't know where all the mines So maybe we do the same thing as last time. Instead of placing down paths and just assuming these are... Because Google had these mines wrong. So, ooh. Apparently we got 2 views. Although one of them is not concurrent. Big sad. But, so we could, let's, so we got Pizza Kansas, got Nevada. We want to get, let's get to California first. So it's going to tell us it's right there. That matches up with things, I guess. The reason I say I guess is because have a large dip in? No. Is that just how it's... Or did this cave in at some point? That's the only reasonable explanation why... Whatever. Okay. Now we're gonna... Can we... Okay. So we're going to follow what Google says and call this the California mine. So California mine. Location. Okay. Roderick DHU mine. Roderick. Sorry. Roderick. So now that's Pease, Kansas. I don't believe that. But of course, once we set this to perfect north and set this to 2D. So we're going to look at this sort of like the map. So we're going to have so we're going to actually recreate this exact map. Sort of to a scale, not to a T, but more or less to a scale. So, boom. We're going to have to zoom out. So, let's look at photos. Okay. California. Also, I am trying to get my hands on the virtual tramway site, or at least the virtual tramway itself, so I can in fact maybe do stuff. If anyone's here, please type in chat. I would like to talk with someone too, because yeah. I whatever that is doesn't strike me as because there would have been a Y here. There would have had to be, because let's tilt it. Yeah, there would have had to been enough room for a Y. And I don't feel like there is enough room for a Y. I mean, maybe. That's the mine down here. Either this is the California mine, which is unlikely because reasons. Okay, let's get Topeka too because parts of the map. So Topeka mine. Oh, not German. Thank you. Another question, is that the real Topeka mine? Or is it somewhere up here? Hey, Tom. Oh. Well, let's find the town of Russell Gulch. Russell. Oh. And then go back here. Or Topeka. Well, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do, but I mean, it matches up. So, yeah, that could actually be Topeka mine. Actually, no, that's too far up. I think this may be Topeka mine. Because that does not make sense of why not the big area would be Topeka mine. So, so let's go up. Because Quartz Hill has the California mine at the spur that would go to Topeka. Speak of the devil, there it is. So it goes through here. I think this is it. You clearly see it. Then it goes. It's a. I almost maybe, because that might be the first sharp turn on it. Then it goes up. Then it becomes this. Maybe, and then. definitely very strange. Hmm. I think I just, well, I mean, that's a good start. Be quiet with you, be quiet with you. I think it was up here. Oh no, no, I got one coin. California. Because that, the mill would have been at the top of that. And that's what it looks like. So it probably would have been at the top of this. And I wonder, because there's sort of a trail you could see where there's a cutoff in the trees. And it does sort of lead to where the cutoff is over here by the Topeka mine. So I think we've just found that, which does confirm this as the location of the California mine. So let me actually quickly make the path or polygon, as this map likes to call it, of the Gilpin Tramway's track to the Topeka from California mine. Archer School. Cool, we're gonna deal with the stream stuff later. Anyways. Oofer. Okay. Ooper duper. Okay, so actually we'll have to go down to the Russell Gulch, because we're gonna start at Topeka mine, make our way up. I'm guessing this was the, yeah, because that's, so we're gonna assume this is the outer track. To the Topeka mine. And as we do see, it does go down to this point, so yeah. Then it rounds this. Then goes up to this thing. So it travels through here. You can start seeing the trees before it makes its turn. Just use that as sort of a guidance thing. So when making this, there's not a whole lot of guidance for it. But there also is. I wonder what it would be called for people like me, because there are people like me that that go over where trailblazers once were. So in this case, the trailblazers are the Gilpin Tramway, and I wonder. Um, I wonder what they would call people like me that do this, because this is pretty cool in my opinion. So go back to quartz. Yeah, that's sort of what it does. So L done. Save the project. Because you can see obvious scarring of where the old, and you can see some scarring that trace of where the old this entire switchback would have been, or switch system. So let me quickly mark this as Topeka mine possible location. This is probably not going to be the last time either, for those of you that are wondering, that I will be doing something like this, where I'm basically having to backtrack the route from one place to another, because so we can confirm that's California. I have a feeling Topeka mine is going to be somewhere along this, so that's the something. So yeah. Okay. That can is out. Wonderful. So we have this. I'm assuming somewhere over here is the Roderick, or Roderick. Because it's almost across from California. As we known from this area, a lot of this is not to scale. That on that map is not to scale. So I wouldn't be able to not guess that maybe that isn't Roderick or Roderick. Roderick is probably somewhere over here where it would have been a bit more possible to have a Y, because if we do look here, this is on the side of the mountain. I mean, yeah, you could have had a Y, but it's unlikely that you would have done it. So I doubt that they did that at any point. This area, which seems to be flatter, may have been a better location for something like that. And plus, there are already other mine sites up here. Suppose there's giant pits and roads that could be sort of obvious for other things. So, yeah. So you have that and sort of. The thing is that this one will probably need to be edited a lot because sort of coming around that bend right there is what this branch becomes, and then yeah, I mean then there is that straight section. So wonder if parts of this fell down over the years, and this is also part of that. Right. It just sort of eroded away and fell to the bottom of here over the time, and then yeah, just when that makes sense. Uh, so yeah, um, I'm wondering if that's the other spur. If you have this is probably to Topeka. What's that? Well, it's clear that whatever the hell this is, and then yeah, this is. If anyone can identify what this mine is, and then what this mine was, because that's a mine. It's clear it was. It was a mine. But and whoever, if someone actually has a like direct location of um the Roderick DHU mine. What if I look up DHU? Yeah, I just so have a feeling that that's not it. Because then whatever we were looking, because mine would have went up here, which let me check out the road works here. So adjustment, does it just go, I guess it does just go down. So unless this is where the road is today, then I have no idea how this would line up. You know? That is the thing. That goes back in. Let me look up the Illinois Gulch here. that's clearly a wagon road. I wonder if it went into there, and then so you have that little indent in the track, but then now when it's saying that yeah, I think the area there has changed so much that I honestly really do not know. Because I don't know when this giant pit opened. Because for all we know, that pit could have been opened 1960 and just been there since, you know. For all we know, this could have been, this road may have not been the wagon road, and the wagon road's really somewhere down here. And this line up here is not the real line, which wouldn't make sense either. It could also be a mistake that Google did, like over here with the Grand Army and Gold Collar, is that Roderick is misplaced, which that's what I personally think it is. I wonder really how close it is to Illinois Gulch. Because I know they reconnect, and then they go, there's another mine they connect up to. But I feel like this is almost certainly the wagon road. Okay. What? Yeah, I have a feeling this is almost certainly the wagon road it was. That is shown on the map. It's just been modernized. I'm certain of that. The one thing I'm not certain of is where exactly this, because if this part still exists right here, this would have helped so much because I could have recognized that on the map. And this would have all been over with. You know what? I'm gonna open this, go back to list. We're gonna do the Colorado Railroad map because I know this has some possible Gilpin Tramway locations, which are all over here on the other side of Illinois Gulch. We have this. I know this directly connects to the main line as shown here. And from what the map shows, it stops right about here on the Google Earth version. But in fact, we do know that there's a straight up section here. So it goes straight north, then it angles out. So probably what this is. Does it continue going straight? No, it sort of bends. So I wonder if it bends with this gulch a bit. Goes up. I wonder if this is the kink in the road that's supposed to be. Huh. That's actually really interesting. So maybe that because that's its own completely different thing too. That was after this one. So what's this? Is that? That represents something. I want to know what it represents, though. Maybe on the big map, it will just show. Quartz Hill. So that's California. So that. Other closest thing would probably be Will's Gulch. Probably have the Saratoga mine mapped out on here. Probably what this thing was. Go back to Russell. Hometown. Manta Hill. So I think this is the Manta Hill at. This, this does put into perspective, like, how big the Gilpin really was. Like, it was not a small railroad, but it is not a terribly huge one either. I honestly wonder if this is because from what we see in Quartz Hill, it does go around the inner bank. So I mean, this could be it. This could be that turn. And then this right here could be that sort of indent thing. As we do have a trail right there, and then another one right there. So that could be just sort of that indent thing. We have remains of a mine. We do have this thing right here, which could have been that indent. Does that indent cross the road yet? No, it will diverge off before it crosses the road. That crosses the road, though. So we could probably confirm that this is the turn that this is. And somewhere over here is where it decides to go up. Roderick's there. And everything else. But then this has its own funny bend. Could be this thing too. So we do have that cut in the tree line there. I think I need to stop focusing more on this area for where that all this switching crap here takes place. And move it down to this area. Because we could probably confirm that that is the turn. That is Russell Gulch. So, because we have that banked right there. Sort of weavers in. And then it banks again. And up here. Then, like, one segment of that crosses it over. Which could be this right here. The other segment goes to a mine, which could be this right here. Then goes up, continues. this is the disconnected path, like I've been saying, that goes up and goes to over Barrow, and this is the main. The main stays near this road because, of course, this road is ancient. This is looks to be built off the highway too, so that may not be the. This right here may be the original wagon road. So, I'm calling it. I'm gonna call it this. So we're gonna do this, and this will be the main. So we know the main goes along here. It gets to this point, we're gonna have it do the funny turns. We're just gonna assume that the trackage probably does something there. Those buildings are probably newer because we do get sort of a trail still going down through here. I'm gonna assume it goes onto here and continues forward just a bit up here. This is the connection point somewhere within this spot, and makes the dramatic turn down. Now I'm going to assume that here is where the spur shovels in. It goes. I'm assuming there's that switch because, boom, we get a trail there, sort of. Boom, boom, boom. We connect with the Colorado Railroad maps, what it mapped out as it, which is probably the likely one because Russell Gulch is actually really, really, really easy. So this is just above a mile. I think this is the second longest segment besides this segment. Entire tramway currently. So which is probably likely. And we have the big turn around here for the Gilpin because it did that here. And I want to widen it out a bit because I feel like it probably was a bit wider. And So P's. So I think that stops the debate. At least in my head. The debate of where the hell did this go? So thing is that either this connects up here or somewhere else on the tramway. But I know this is probably the most likely route for the entire of the main. I don't know what this is, but is it on the mine? Is it on here? No. So I'm guessing this was built after the tramway got removed. Or after this map was made. So let's finish off the enigma. We're gonna do the Phoenix Barrows. It's just before this thing. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off and I'm gonna call it a night. Because there's gonna be definitely a stream, maybe when I get back on Discord. Because for those who don't know, I'm not gonna be on Discord for a while, for personal reasons, and for mental health too. Because yes, but we're just gonna launch this to there and call it that. So, boom. Save project. This is gonna be. We'll call this the Phoenix. Right? Isn't that how you spell Phoenix? No, I'm stupid. Sorry for Sophie. Sorry, I'm not good with names. Phoenix Burrows. Huh? Branch. So we'll just call it that. Because I don't know what else to call it. I forgot to put the possible location, but we're going to just shove that down. We're going to call that the Ophir Barrow. Because that's theoretically what that is. So, that's not how you spell Ophir. I'm getting stuff backwards today. Ophir Barrow. Possible location. Possible location. Okay, and then we click on that. We're going to quickly add the possible location to this too. And ja. So boom. New thing added, which makes this probably the route. I'm gonna say this is gonna be where the route Roderick is, and then we'll figure out California mine and all that stuff later. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye.